Good morning, I'm Sharad Kujan and welcome to BFM's Morning Headlines. And I try to help you understand how the newspapers are framing the news for you today. So we'll start with Sinar Harian. It has the news from today's by-election in Kedah. Sungai Limau goes to the polls. It's not grabbed the attention of much of the nation thus far, and that's reflected in the fact that many of the newspapers don't mention it on their front pages. What is interesting about this story, of course, is that it refers to a very bizarre episode that's happened, which is the hanging of umbrellas without their handles. Now, in Malay, idiomatically, it reads as payung tanpa kaki, which of course is a veiled reference to the late MB of Kedah and the MP who led this constituency. He had his legs amputated as a consequence of diabetes. So that's there. The story on the football, we'll come back to it sometime very soon. Okay, the other two issues that are grabbing the headlines have to do with security guards and the environment. Now, first from the security guards, the Sun has tip of the iceberg, and it's about the ferreting out and finally discovering how many security guards are out there without proper documentation. This refers to, of course, foreign security guards, and slightly different from the other story, which also has to do with security guards, purportedly Malaysians, but who have been involved in robberies. And of course, the person involved in the less brutal robbery recently has been apprehended. He was trying to get a flight back to Sabah, where he came from. The other story, and there's a bit of a conflation of stories here. The Pengawal Asing 53% refers to the possibility that some 50 or half of security guards actually are foreign nationals. Now, that's not so surprising. Many of them, of course, come from Nepal, but they're not committing crimes as such. What they're doing is they have, in fact, evaded proper immigration law, which is a crime, but it's not a violent crime that other people are concerned with. So we have to keep those two things distinct. Now, the other issue that is animating the press, of course, is the environmental problems in Cameron Highlands. Now, the Star has its front page, the worst is yet to come, and in fact, it promotes itself. And an earlier thing, we didn't hear this damn siren. That refers to the TNB floodgate debacle that claimed 3 lives. Now, the NST actually has a much more interesting headlines, cultivating danger, and it refers to the economy of Cameron Highlands has been rapacious and in its devouring of forested lands. Now, the issue is this: 30,000 people live on a 30-kilometer stretch of road that could be subject of flash floods. So 30,000 lives could be on the line if something is not done, and that's very troubling. Thank you, NST, for highlighting that. The Malay Mail has a story, a bit of a storm in the Malaysian teacup, and this has got to do with the Visit Malaysia year stamp collection. Apparently, and now 2 photographers have come out saying that the images are stolen from their collection. That's a Filipino and American photographer, and local enthusiasts are saying some 5 others also might be stolen. So very embarrassing for Post Malaysia. This story, in fact, names the company that was involved in managing this collection. So maybe we need to know from Post Malaysia what's up. They have to start to explain themselves. Berita Harian is the only newspaper that gives front page to Pahang's win over Kelantan. It broke a 21-year drought for Pahang. The Pahang team is referred to as Tok Gajah, because you know that means elephant of some sort. That man, he's the man of the match. Now, he's not a native of Pahang. He's in fact from Argentina. So Matthias Conti is the man of the match. Congratulations to him for bringing success to the Pahang team. Now, Harian Metro has a rather minor story, but it's always good copy. Well, this is a story of a victim turning the tables on his assailant. He grabs the knife and stabs his would-be mugger. So the mugger gets his just desserts. That day there means fate. The fate of bad people is to be caught. Hopefully. We wait for the Auditor General's report to prove that. Not much on the Edge Financial Daily, but if you're interested in a career in film or television, this might interest you. Pinewood to host American TV series in Pinewood Iskandar Malaysia Studios in Johor. Interesting. I look forward to getting a part in a TV series, and I hope that BFM's Morning Headlines is the vehicle for it. Unlikely. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Sharad Kuttan on BFM 89.9.